Hello YouTubers and Doctor Who fanatics to another video on this channel, and we are going to be going over the first collection video I have done of all the things I've collected throughout October 2016. So I've got a whole bunch of things. I've got DVDs, books and audios. So let's get started off with, of course, the DVDs. I've got two stories from William Hartnell. I'll show the first one. And it is The Aztecs by John Luca Rotti. I have watched it, and I personally don't want to say much. That's for a review, of course, but it is a good historical story. I do think it is slightly overrated. I think it just goes over people's heads, and I think this gets too much praise. There are other Doctor Who stories that need that praise, but I think the Aztecs just gets too much of it. Another story from the William Hartnell, second one I got from this month, and it's another historical story, The Reign of Terror, which got animated back in 2013. I actually pretty like this one. It's another good historical story, some great characters in it. The same with the Aztecs. The Aztecs has great characters in it, and that's the best thing about historical stories. They always have brilliant characters and characterization. I personally like this one, and I like the animation. More people don't like it. Like the animation they did on episodes 4 and 5 of this. And a lot of people complain about the cover as well. I'm not sure why, but I do like that cover. I think it's pretty good. And then we have a story from the Second Doctor era, the only one. I wish I actually got more, because I love the Second Doctor. He's my favourite. And we have The Invasion, the 8-part epic this is referred to. And it is an absolute classic piece. Episodes 1 and 4 have been animated of this. Have been animated. And it is an absolute brilliant story. And we've got, of course, the return of the brilliant actor Kevin Stoney, who in this plays Tobias Vaughan, and also Kevin Stoney played Mavic Chen in the Daleks' Master Plan. Yeah, great actor, and of course the second up's great. Cybermen do take a while to get into it, like it's an 8 episodes, but we only see them in the second half of the story, so it does take a while for the Cybermen to get in, but it is a great Cyberman story. And we have I've got a DVD and a box set from the Third Doctor era. So the DVD I've got from the Third Doctor era is The Mutants. I don't really want to say this, but I actually like this one. I thought it was a great story, and I know it's tatty in places, like the actual mutants are quite tatty. But I thought that it was a very political, very well-written story from Bob Baker and Dave. I think it's by Bob Baker and Dave Martin. Is it? Yes, it is by Bob Baker and Dave Martin. Two great writers, in my opinion. Yeah, The Mutants is an underrated story. I like it. I don't really dislike any of the Third Doctor stories. I don't really... Neither the Patrick Troughton ones. I like all of them. And we have a box set from the Third Doctor era, and it is the Dalek War box set. I guess I've got a bit of a story with this one. I found this on the charity shop website, and I was going to go in onto this charity shop the same day because nobody ever got it. But it was originally the Peladon Tales box set, which had the Curse of Peladon and the Monster of Peladon, and I wanted to get that. But when I got there, somebody had already beat me to it, and the Peladon Tales box set was gone. It wasn't there. But I found the Dalek War box set, and that was the only other Doctor Who thing they had. So I was like, all right, let's go with it. I thought I like the two stories. So I'll show you the stories that are in it. So we have Frontier in Space, which I admit it is my favourite from the box set. I love Frontier in Space. I thought it was very futuristic and a very well written style story. The Master. It is actually, unfortunately, the last story, which has Roger Delgado play the Master, as he sadly passed away later the same year this was made. Yeah, but he sadly passed away the same year this was made. So this is his last story he's in, really. So that's a shame. Yeah, but yeah, I love Frontier in Space. I think it's very underrated. And then we have Planet of the Daleks, otherwise known as to all people the Trash Compactor Dalek story, where they basically fuse every single Dalek story into one. Do I like it? No. I find it dull. I find it overrated. The U symbol does not suit the story at all. I like episodes 1 and 2 and 6. They're the only episodes I like. Episode 1 and 2 has good pace to it. and episode 6 is great. Episodes 3, 4, and 5, it lost the pace, it lost the story, it dragged, and it just went on and on and on. And all that happened in episodes 3, 4, and 5 was the Doctor, Joe, and the Thals, all them just wandering around Spiridon with the Daleks chasing them. It had no substance at all. So, yeah, this is referred to usually as the trash compactor Dalek story, where they basically just fuse every single Dalek story together. I don't like it. I think it was just a bit of a waste of time for me. But I will return to this eventually and see if it changes. Yeah, but that is the Dalek War box set. I like this box set. I like it a lot. And then the last DVD I've got is a 4th Doctor DVD, and it is Terror of the Zygons. I love the Zygons. I think they're brilliant monsters. They were okay in the 50th anniversary, but in the Zygon Invasion and the Zygon Inversion, that 2-part from Series 9, I thought they were quite good. I thought they actually nailed the Zygons. I thought they actually nailed a classic monster, and if you know, like, a lot of lovers of classic Doctor Who, they really hate how the new series completely stops. They completely destroy the enjoyment of the classic monsters. But I think with the Zygons, okay in the 50th, but they were better in the Zygon 2-part from Series 9. Tell the Zygons, first Zygon story, 4th Doctor, what more could you want? I love the cover as well, it's really good, that cover. And interesting, this took a long time to get released on DVD. I don't know why. I believe they had troubles getting it onto DVD with tapes, I'm not too sure. So those are the DVDs, and now let's get on to the books. Now, I've got a lot of books to showcase, and all of them are in the wrong order. I'll just show them in the order which I know them. I know them in. Oh dear, I've dropped a few. Okay, so the first book I have showcase is another one from the new series Adventures, and it was the first new series Adventure book. It is The Clockwise Man by Justin Richards. Now, I like Justin Richards' work. I've been a fan of some of his work. I've read things here and there, and I think he's quite a well-loved writer. He's yes, okay, and I think he's a love writer, but yeah, I know. Sorry, guys, but I think this is a good book, nonetheless. I have not read this. I don't know why I said it's a good book. I haven't read it. Want to read it though? Sounds really good. I'm sorry for the disturbance before. Monsters Inside by Stephen Cole. This sounds really good. Let's get into them. It sounds really good because it sounds incredibly. The cover looks really bleak. There were just that flower and just a wasteland on the planet. It looks great. Yeah, I like Stephen Cole's work. Some of his books are good. I've read some here and there from the library, but The Monsters Inside, I want to read it. It sounds like a really fun run-around sort of story. Although, there's one thing I'm not looking forward to. Apparently, the Slitheen are in this book. So, yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the Slitheen. And we have the last 9th Doctor book from the 9th Doctor Adventures. Sorry, this isn't the last one, but it's the last one I've got to showcase. It's the Deviant Stone, which starts a trilogy called the Captain Jack trilogy. I don't think it's referred to that. I think it's just 3 books that have Captain Jack as well. Yeah, but we start with the Deviant Strain, which I believe is said to be an incredibly atmospheric, claustrophobic sort of book. So I really want to read it. Sounds great from the bio. Next one is the 10th Doctor book, and it's The Feast of the Drowned again by Stephen Cole. And this doesn't really get a lot of good reviews. A lot of people say it's quite dull and boring. The bio sounds good. It sounds like Ghostbusters. But yeah, Feast of the Drowned. I won't be reading it anytime soon. Resurrection Casket by Justin Richards again. Sounds like a very fun run-around story, this does. Where they go to this place to find a lost treasure. It just sounds really fun, that one. Sounds like a really fun and enjoyable story. And the last new series adventure book I have, Nightmare Black Island by Mike Tucker. Praise writer, so I hope that book delivered. So, I will be showing off the audios next. So, let's move on to the audios. So for Big Finish, I have got 3, and these were actually requested to me by another YouTuber called TGO Productions. So I love that YouTuber as well. He's a great YouTuber. I really recommend him. Put his link in the description below. We have We Are the Daleks by Jonathan Morris. Oh god, I'm such a dumb idiot. Oh my god. This is what the setup looks like, alright? We Are the Daleks by Jonathan Morris. Okay. Yeah, but Jonathan Morris is actually is quite a praised writer, so I really want to check out. I have started listening to this. I've not finished it. I don't know why I haven't finished it, but I should actually finish that one. As I'm on part 2 and it's going great. Next one. It is Aquitaine by Simon Bernard and Paul Morris. I have fully listened to this one and it is brilliant. It's Haunted House in Space. It's a great story. Really recommend it. Of course, all of these will be reviewed eventually, so you can leave suggestions if you want down below. The Light at the End is the last one I've got for Big Finish, the 50th anniversary special, but Big Finish. Sorry, Big Finish style. Yeah, great story. I really got this because I wanted to hear the 4th and 8th Doctor and their interactions with each other, because they were my first 2 Doctors. I saw The Ark in Space, then Pyramids of Mars, and then the 3rd ever Doctor Who story was the TV movie. So I really want to give that. It's by Nicholas Briggs, who delivers a lot of good stories, but I don't think he's an almighty love writer like Jonathan Morris is. And then we have another book, a book that arrived only today, and it is a Virgin book, The Virgin New Adventures, and it is a book that I'm extremely interested in. White Darkness by David A. McKenzie. I'm extremely excited to read this book. I hope this gets adapted. I honestly do, because it sounds great, and I can't really keep going with the fact that I want this adapted into an audio by Big Finish, because I haven't read it yet, but it's actually thinner than I thought. It honestly is actually thinner, because I expected it to be quite of a thick book. It's only like 200 and something pages long. It is, yeah, 244 pages long, so sounds great. It deals with a lot of gothic horror sort of things like zombification, voodoo. It sounds really good, and the cover's good, but when you get close to it, it just looks weird. The 7th Doctor's face, a bit out of focus. I don't know if I could get it there, but the 7th Doctor's face, it looks quite weird. Ace, again, same with Ace, looks weird. Bernice looks alright, and the zombie, there's so much attention to that zombie there. It looks like a great cover, and it sounds like a great story. So I really can't wait to give that a read. So yeah, so that is everything that I've got this time in my collection. So join me in the next video, which will be quite a while because I'm going on holiday. So the next video will be a review of the book Winner Takes All, which I forgot to showcase in my complete DVD collection. So I apologise for that, but I do have Winner Takes All. You can check my scheduling for future videos for October, but there's only going to be 2 left, them being review of Winner Takes All and a review of The Curse of Fenric. So I'll see you in the next video, which is a review, of course, of Winner Takes All. Goodbye.